Previously on Talk That Talk.
I don't really know how much to follow up after what Quan said because everything that he said was so on point. But it's just like when we get to the point of raggedy, like it's very much raggedy, right? You try and throw, it's like dangling some over your head, like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? Like you get the recognition. The recognition don't do shit for me when I gotta fight tooth and nail. When we got to be on the side of the damn road for 16 hours because the buses done broke down because we didn't have a budget to get us ample transportation to where the hell we need to go. Or we on the damn bus and at least the executives, the administration, the whomever, the chief of staff, whoever is flying first class to get to the place where the band was invited to. Your ass wasn't invited. They didn't call the board administration.
Administrative assistant.
Called the band. But we on the bus and y'all on the plane?
Administrative assistants flying.
Bruh. What I'm supposed to do with that? But you still want these same persons to be joyful about joining this shit? To be in a collegiate band is a hard road. It takes humbling on a many of occasions. To get through band camp, to be a part of the brand organization, that's one type of humbling experience. But to know that at the end of the day, you're considered big shit walking in the masses, but on your own campus, people like the big dogs or whoever don't really care about anything. They're not really putting funding in your pockets. You got to fight to get your kids scholarships and stuff like that. Make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, why is it that we're sharing a whole building and have been doing so for the past umpteen years? Why is it that the band program is the last person to get funding? The program is expounding upon itself, giving new generative money to the university, but we don't have. I can only march 20 clarinets because I only have 20 clarinets, but I got 30 people who want to play clarinet or whatever. But I got to sit these folks down because I don't have enough instruments to be able to put them on the field. But you want a full-size band stretching from the 20 to the 20. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. And then we're supposed to be okay with it. But the thing about it is, let's take it a step further. We're used to being okay with it. Because at the end of the day, like, who's going to say something? What are we supposed to say? Because we truly are just happy to be here. We're happy to be here. We're happy to be able to have what we have because at the end of the day, if I didn't have band, I wouldn't have nothing. So if I got $5,000 a year and I need $10,000 to make it to school, at least I got my $5,000. Because I don't really know if I can pay the out-of-state costs. I didn't get a scholarship to go to Timbuktu University or whatever the case may be. Like, it's so many things. And like the comments are saying, the first to get budget cuts. Exactly. You want to cut my damn funding, but you want me to be the prime premier. The president is coming. The president of the United States is coming to PV or whoever. And you want me to be prime and present, boots licked to capacity, spit shine, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like horns tuned to a T, but I don't have any support to do so. They're the most important, least important entity of the university that exists on the forefront. But at the end of the day, on campus, aside from the students, when it comes to administration, the most forgotten about, the most, you can do it. Just make it happen. Figure it out. You smart. You strong. You're black. You're important. You can do it. You can figure it out. You're artistic. Figure it out. Hate it here. Hate it here. But I love it here. So what am I supposed to do?
You know, I haven't said this in a while, but it goes back to post-traumatic slave syndrome, to make something out of nothing. We take the scraps. We take the last part of the pig, we make chitlins. We take the last part of the pigs, we got pig feet and hog maws, all the stuff that no one honestly wants to deal with. And what's crazy is what I'm happy with is what prime time is doing for Jackson State, because he speaks about the boom. He speaks about them being the best band. He speaks about, helping them with endorsements, so forth and so on. The bottom line is, bro, if you have a decent band consistently, that's about $250,000, 250 people every year. You multiply that times 23,000. That's a guaranteed every year. Every year. But you're bringing money to these universities, but yet and still, most administrators, not all of them, we don't want to be, just throwing out everybody, but most administrators have no clue what it takes to run a band program successfully year after year after year. I do appreciate, I think the president, right. But I must say this, and I pray he sees this, but I think the band director at Hampton O'Hara, I think, but it's one of them. Like, he runs with them during PT.
That's Hampton.
So you see what I'm saying? It's like he has a different mentality. He's promised. He said himself, I went to the board of trustees to get you more money, and I'm gonna do everything what I can. In their band camp, he says, thank you for, thanking them. And it felt sincere. It wasn't, oh, I'm just here. Like, you need more people in those seats that understand, again, that Greek life is important and that the band is important at a university campus. And if we get more administrators to understand that, then that's what it needs to be. But what Prairie View has endeavored through over the past years, I know financial reports, what they went through, that was atrocious. With some of the pictures, I remember Nathan Hamer, when he was band director, he was trying to raise funds and was showing tubas that was broken up and taped up for years, old uniforms and whatnot. Like, my thing is, at the end of the day, bro, why we got to go through that and then expose you? Like, we have to low-key expose ourselves before change really happens. Like, that's a problem, bro. I'm just saying.
So, first, a couple of things that I'm going to say, because you guys did bring up something somebody in the comments did bring up something. I think, Quan, you brought up too. But so the interesting thing is, I had the pleasure of being at PV and understanding Hobart and being in Hobart and understanding the history of Hobart, but then also being in the E.L. Ham Fine Arts building on the campus of Norfolk State University. And the funny thing about it is, it's very parallel in the treatment of those two buildings as it relates to the campus. And the reason why I say that is because Norfolk State, and I've been able to go back to Norfolk State. Obviously, I talked about it this past summer. And new student union, they got a little clock tower daddy, they building dorms, they got all, new tech building, they built the Marie V. McDimmon Center across the street, rest in peace to her, she just recently passed away. And the E.L. Ham Fine Arts building is the exact same building that Chief was in. That to me is interesting, and to say the least. I walk in that building and they put some new paint on it, and I guess they fixed the elevator, but it's the same daggone building.
Making do. It's literally that, making do.
And I think